Now, if you've been on Twitter these last few days, I know what you're thinking. Baby Yoda is getting canceled on Twitter right now? What? Yeah, that's what I said too. But believe it or not, it's real. Baby Yoda is actually under fire on Twitter for having too big of an appetite. Spoilers, obviously, if you haven't watched Chapter 10 of The Mandalorian yet. But for all of you that have seen it, if you remember, we were introduced to a very important new character. Frog Mom. She's come to Mando to ask for safe passage for her and her unfertilized eggs that she's trying to take to her husband before their fertilization period ends. And we learn that this is her last chance to have little baby frogs or any children at all, or her family line will just end. Huge stuff on the line for her, very important mission. But if you notice, Baby Yoda is on a mission of his own now. Someone is eyeballing those eggs. Baby Yoda has quite the past of eating things in front of him, whether they're dead or alive, so him slurping down a few of these bad boys isn't too out of character for him. But apparently, it's enough to get the Twitter gods angry at him, and now there's a million articles getting recommended to me that Baby Yoda is getting canceled and what he did is not okay, and I'm just over here like, hold up, how could you actually be mad at Baby Yoda? He's a baby. He's literally just called the child. He's just got an appetite for whatever's in front of him, and it just so happens that when he wanders over to the eggs, they're in front of him. And it's not like they're doing this to be cynical. They're not rubbing it in the frog mom's face or making fun of her in any way. It's just a little bit of messed up humor that's totally in line with Baby Yoda's past behavior. But you know what? That's not enough, because now we've got activists rallying behind this movement and they actually got the creators to respond to this situation. So we're going to go over everything that happened, and I'll explain why everyone's freaking out over this and why they need to take a chill pill. 2020's been weird, man. But also, I have some really good news I want to share with you. I've been working really hard on merch and Patreon for a while now. On December 1st, remember that date, it's important, I will finally be launching my official Patreon as well as my very first merch. And I am so freaking excited about this. There's going to be so many awesome rewards for the supporting patrons. I've got 3 different tiers at the moment with a lot of really cool extra stuff you get access to. And I think each video I post until the launch, I'm going to reveal a new reward just to help hype it up. So this week's reward is from the lowest tier. When you support this tier, you will get access to all the clips, bloopers, and outtakes of anything that didn't make the video. This means that all the stuff I cut out of the videos each week, all the jokes that didn't make it, or all the fat I have to trim to keep the video from being super long, you are going to get access to each week. The rants, the skits, everything. Only you will get to see it. And I'm so excited for merch too. I just got a sample in the mail yesterday and I'm wearing it right now. I've been just chilling in it all day. It's so comfy. You'll have to imagine what I look like in it. Here, you see my character right here? See what he's wearing? Yeah, that's actually me right now, and I couldn't be happier. I'm never taking this off. But I've also got some really cool ideas coming up for collabs with some fellow artists with merch that I think you're really gonna love. December 1st. Write it down. Put it in your calendar. No, actually, go add it in your calendar as an event and screenshot it and tweet it to me. And the first person to do that, I'm going to DM a promo code for $5 off merch or Patreon. And I'm going to be doing stuff like this each week, so make sure you've got my post notifications on so you can be the very first to see the video and get your very own code. But alright, now back to the video. So first time I saw Baby Yoda looking over at the eggs, I kind of knew he was eyeballing them, so I was joking around and was like, watch, he's gonna go eat the eggs, and my friend freaked out, and I was like, no, I'm just kidding, they would never actually do that. That's too far on the evil scale to have Baby Yoda go and do. Eat someone's babies? No. And then I look away for 1 second, and Baby Yoda is straight up downing this woman's babies. I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, you know. I was like, no, he'll probably just make them hatch, bring some life into them with his force powers. They showed off his healing abilities in season 1, and then they had Rey in episode 9 heal the slug. This would be a great little way to show that a little bit more. Let Baby Yoda hatch some frog eggs. Maybe they'll come out with little Baby Yoda ears or something. I don't know, that'd be funny. Eating them is just too evil. They wouldn't make Baby Yoda do that because then people would hate him. And sure enough, look what happened. Honestly, I think all this is just kind of funny. They showed you how nice of a frog lady this creature was and just how badly she wanted to protect her family, and they got you feeling for her because she just wanted the best for them, and then they had Baby Yoda waddle into frame and start sucking her eggs down while she wasn't looking. You know what? I don't even think she ever noticed some of her babies were missing. I mean, after all the spiders and running and shooting, you have to kind of expect that some of them didn't make it and sloshed out or something. Can we get a Baby Yoda egg kill count real quick? Thank you.
No. That is not food. No. I told you not to do that.
Okay, so Baby Yoda ate at least 3 of her eggs on camera. Dope. Probably at least a few off camera before Mando found him, so maybe like 7 or 8 eggs? That was purely for my own curiosity. We didn't actually need that for anything, but it was pretty funny. I get that some people didn't like it. It was a little disturbing. It was very controversial, where a good half of the viewers thought nothing of it and it was fine, and then the other half it was a little too dark for. And you know what? That's fine. Part of me thinks they did this on purpose to generate more traffic around this show. It's a good idea to sneak in little things that some people might not like and that they'll have a strong opinion on, even if it's bad, because guess what? They're gonna go start a conversation on Twitter or write a news article about it. And all that does is get people talking about their show. And at the very least, it's going to be in front of everyone's eyes for the next week. And that's just what happened. We very quickly learn that Baby Yoda plays the antagonist in this episode. As Mando agrees to deliver this frog mom and the last of her eggs to her husband to carry on their family line, Mando spends the whole episode fighting off Baby Yoda from eating her babies. At one point, the frog mom hacked into the old droid from season 1 that Mando stopped from killing Baby Yoda, just so that she could communicate with Mando and stress how important it was that they keep going, because if they didn't, her eggs would die and her family line would end. She makes it very clear that nothing else matters to her and these eggs are all she has, and then they cut to Baby Yoda off to the side, casually slipping another one into his mouth. And after continually being told no, he just can't stop trying to eat them all because they're so delicious. Meanwhile, all of us are just watching him with wide eyes as Baby Yoda eats her entire family line. These things are like giant caviar to him. And then we've got Frog Mom wandering off, and she goes and finds a hot springs, to keep warm because they're on an ice planet and she's cold-blooded, which I thought was a really cool little detail. Kind of sad, not gonna lie, that the Frog Mom was freezing on the ice planet because she was warm-blooded, but she brings her eggs over and hops in the springs to stay warm, and when Mando and Baby Yoda find her, he just starts bobbing for apples like he's at the fair, but instead of apples, they're her children. This poor mom, I still don't think she noticed. But Mando swats Baby Yoda's hand away, bad Baby Yoda. So since he can't eat these eggs, he wanders off and finds some different eggs to eat. He eats the spider eggs instead of the frog eggs, and what do you know, the mom and all the other babies get pissed off, and now Mando has to fight off the entire family of giant ice spiders while protecting Baby Yoda, Frog Mom, and what's left of her eggs, all because Baby Yoda can't stop putting things in his mouth. When I first saw Frog Mom walk into Mando's ship, you could see Baby Yoda following her, and I was like, what on earth is he doing? But yeah, now I know. I know why he was following her now. Okay, I got it. I almost hope they save it and have all the other eggs get destroyed or lost, and then Baby Yoda just kind of like regurgitates a few eggs and then reveals he never actually ate any of them. He was just storing them for her. I mean, wouldn't that be a plot twist? And due to all the backlash this got, Lucasfilm's creative arts manager responded on Twitter and said, "For the record, Chapter 10 of The Mandalorian makes it clear that the frog lady's eggs are unfertilized, just like the chicken eggs many of us enjoy, but obviously chickens aren't sentient beings, and the child eating the eggs is intentionally disturbing for comedic effect." To all the people that actually got upset over this, why? I get that some people just didn't like it because Baby Yoda is eating this lady's eggs while she's trying to take care of her family, but there's some people who can't have babies that are sympathizing with Frog Mom a little too much, and they're actually mad at the show. Twitter blew up over it, and there's been countless articles released since the episode came out, which is just silly. I get that it hits different for those that aren't actually able to have kids. They sympathize a little hard and can relate a little closer than most, but at the end of the day, it's a story. It's a frog and it's Baby Yoda. He's a child. It's dark humor. It's very light at that, but it's supposed to be a little messed up. It's one species eating another species' eggs. That happens in real life. He's not eating babies, which, does happen in nature. That happens as well. But it's only because they humanized Frog Mom in her journey to save her family that everyone's freaking out over this and taking it to heart. We're not banning Baby Yoda over this. It wasn't promoting that we should be eating eggs or something. It was just a joke playing into the child's relentless appetite. In no way were they trying to actually be cruel with this. Baby Yoda was just feeding his appetite. He's a kid. You've seen the videos. They'll eat anything that's in front of them.
Oh no.
If he was just eating some random eggs, no issue. I think everyone just needs to see it at the joke that it was and move on. I mean, while it wasn't the best thing for them to show Baby Yoda eating the last of the species family line, it definitely wasn't the worst thing they could have done. It definitely took me off guard. I didn't think they were actually going to have him eat the eggs. I was just saying it was a joke, and then he actually ate them. Technically, he was just eating unfertilized eggs. They weren't babies yet. They went out of their way to let us know they're unfertilized, and Baby Yoda was just eating eggs like we'd buy from the store. I think the reason that everyone freaked out is just because they made us care about the Frog Mom and her selfless efforts to take on this treacherous journey that she couldn't survive alone. And this was all just so she could deliver her eggs to her husband so her family line would continue. They humanized this character and made us empathize for her and her efforts, and eating them like her backpack jar is just one big boba tea. But like I said, it's humor, it's not worth canceling anything over, and I'm sure everyone will just move on soon enough. Now, real quick, I want to take a second to shout out the winners of the spooky fan art competition that I never got to do from October. Thank you so much to all the amazing artists that entered. Mole Rat, congrats on coming in first with the Coraline J. This looks so sick. I wish we could have put it on a shirt for Halloween or something. Maybe next year. Animated Nico, nice Ghostbusters J. I love this one. And Colpum Land coming in third with the Creature J movie poster. Honestly, I think this piece would look sick on a shirt too. Congrats, boys, and if you're not part of the best Discord on a planet yet, go down to the pinned comment and join so you don't miss out on any of the future events. We had a bunch of spooky movie nights for Halloween, which was a lot of fun. We've got some more events coming up this month, and we're going crazy in December for Christmas, so make sure you join in if you want to be a part of the fun. Merch and Patreon are coming up in a few weeks. I'm so excited about that. Jackbox event this week in the Discord, and I was working on another October Halloween video that I never posted. Well, I tried, but the new copyright claim method YouTube switched to is being a pain, and I literally had to take the video down, re-edit the part that got claimed out, re-render it, then re-upload it to YouTube, only to have a different claim take the video down, and this happened 38 times in a row until a few weeks had passed and I finally had to give up. I was kind of sad, not gonna lie. It's completely finished. It's 20 minutes long, and I was really happy with it, but YouTube said big no, so I think I'm just gonna put it on Patreon when we launch it next month. It will be just another one of the exclusive perks, the first unreleased MJ video to go up on Patreon only. I'm not going to try to make a habit out of this if I can help it, but I'd hate for no one to ever see it, so I'll probably just put it up on Patreon. But thank you all so much for watching the video. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And until next time, I will see you in the comments. Peace.